Corey Harrison, the quiet force behind Pawn Stars' legacy, one of the most captivating elements of the hit reality TV show Pawn Stars has always been its diverse and dynamic cast. At the heart of the show is a family legacy spanning 3 generations: grandfather, father, and son, all deeply invested in the gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas. Corey Harrison, affectionately known as Big Hoss, represents the youngest generation, with his grandfather, the beloved old man Richard Harrison, having passed away and his father Rick looking toward retirement. Corey is now poised to take over as the face and force behind the shop's continued success. But behind his confident, on-screen presence lies a story marked by personal challenges and emotional setbacks. Today we take a closer look at Corey's life behind the scenes and offer an update on where he stands now. The early years and rise to fame. Born Richard Corey Harrison on April 27, 1983. In Las Vegas, Nevada, Corey is the son of Rick and Kim Harrison and the grandson of Richard Benjamin Harrison. He grew up alongside 5 siblings, including Adam and Jake. Corey began working in the family business at just 9 years old, displaying the same passion his father had when the original 300-square-foot gold and silver shop opened on Las Vegas Boulevard in 1981. Originally focused on sports memorabilia and antique items, the shop eventually became best known for its jewelry. As their business grew, so did its reputation until it finally caught the attention of the History Channel. In July 2009, Pawn Stars premiered, created by Brent Montgomery and Colby Gaines of Left Field Pictures. They were drawn to the unique personalities and rich history behind the Harrison family's shop. Corey's growing role in the business as Pawn Stars gained traction, so did Corey's role in the company. By season 6, he had a heated disagreement with his father over his stake in the business. He demanded a 10% share or threatened to walk away. Ultimately, his father and grandfather agreed to give him a 5% stake, with the potential for more over time. It's believed that his ownership share has since grown, though Rick still holds the majority. Corey has become instrumental in the day-to-day operations of the shop. He's managing over 30 employees and bringing in more inventory than any other team member. His knack for spotting valuable items and managing staff, online sales, and customer relations has been vital. Notably, he was the one who brought Chumlee, a fan-favorite character, into the fold when they were both just 21. Corey, Rick, and Chumlee even made guest appearances as themselves on iCarly, and launched a game show spin-off called Pornography in 2014, where they challenged contestants for cash and prizes. Learning through mistakes. Corey's expertise wasn't built overnight. One of his early and costly lessons came when he was 19 and bought 5 counterfeit Rolex watches. Luckily, I worked for my dad, or I'd have been out of a job, he admitted. From that point on, Corey became much more diligent, learning to distinguish authentic pieces from fakes. Throughout the years, Corey has appraised everything from rare sports memorabilia to celebrity-owned items, also encountered the bizarre, from live parrots to 8 human skulls, which he wisely declined due to potential legal issues. One memorable moment involved a man showing up in a luxury car with a trunk full of silver worth millions. Personal struggles and a life-changing transformation. While business was booming, Corey battled personal challenges, particularly with his weight. At his heaviest, he weighed over 400 pounds and was prescribed medication for prediabetes in 2010. That moment became a turning point. I was driving home from the doctor's office, kind of freaked out, and saw a lap band surgery center. It just pulled in and said, "What does it take?" He recalled. Without much money, Corey maxed out for credit cards to pay for the procedure. The surgery was a success. He dropped 50 pounds within the first 6 weeks and eventually lost more than 200 pounds over the following year, a transformation that stunned fans and changed his life. The complex father-son dynamic, though. Corey is now a seasoned expert. His relationship with his father, Rick, has often been tested on and off the show. The two have frequently clashed over business decisions and their differing opinions on antiquities. Corey has long felt that Rick holds him to a tougher standard, and their disagreements often made their way into early episodes. Even with the old man as mediator, tensions were sometimes palpable. despite their differences. Corey continues to grow into his role as the shop's future leader. His journey from a curious kid working behind the counter to the potential head of a world-famous pawn shop is nothing short of remarkable. And while he's still proving himself in his father's eyes, fans can clearly see that Big Hoss has what it takes to carry the legacy forward. Corey Harrison's journey, from transformation to tragedy after undergoing life-changing weight loss surgery, Corey Harrison didn't just shed pounds, he embraced a whole new lifestyle. Determined never to return to his former weight of over 400 pounds, Corey committed himself to healthier habits. "I can never go back to weighing as much as I did," he said. "Made me realize what I ate, how I ate, and what I did to myself. It was a real wow moment." Post-surgery, he began eating clean, focusing on portion control and nutritious food instead of junk. Exercise also became a big part of his life. "I'm actually excited to go to the gym now," he shared. "I box 12 rounds a day, 5 days a week." Corey even rekindled his love for snowboarding, a passion he had to abandon in his 20s. To his weight, after finally being able to touch his toes again, immediately went out and bought new gear to hit the slopes. A near-fatal accident, but just as things were looking up, Corey had a terrifying motorcycle accident. While riding at 40 miles per hour to pick up supplies for his birthday party, his bike malfunctioned, forcing him to jump off to avoid a serious crash. In true Big Hoss fashion, instead of going straight to the hospital, he returned to his party. Later, he underwent surgery on his hand, which required 8 screws and 2 plates. Reflecting on the incident, Corey called himself very lucky to be alive. Unfortunately, this wasn't the last hardship he'd face. The passing of a legend. On June 25, 2018, Corey and his family suffered a devastating loss when Richard, the old man, Harrison, Corey's grandfather, and the founder of the Gold and Silver pawn shop, passed away at 77 due to complications from Parkinson's disease. His illness had been kept private. Fans of Pawn Stars were shocked by the news. Rick Harrison shared a heartfelt tribute on Instagram, writing, "He lived a very full life, and through the history television show Pawn Stars, touched the lives of people all over, teaching them the value of loving your family, hard work, and humor. Today I lost a friend, a father, a teacher, and so much more. Love you, Dad. See you on the other side." Corey also honored his grandfather as not only the family patriarch but also a personal friend, asking fans and the media for privacy. During that difficult time, the History Channel released a statement as well, mourning the loss of their longtime cast member and friend, praising Richard Harrison's wisdom, humor, and authenticity. Divorce and family struggles. Just a few months after his grandfather's death, Corey faced another personal setback, the end of his second marriage. He and his wife, Karina Kiki Harrison, divorced in September 2018, citing busy work schedules as the main reason for the split. The two had married on May 26, 2017, and although the marriage ended, they reportedly remained on good terms. In October 2018, shortly after the divorce, the couple welcomed their son, Richard Benjamin Harrison, named after Corey's late grandfather. Not long after, fans began speculating that Corey and Karina had rekindled their relationship. He posted a photo kissing a mystery woman who looked strikingly similar to Karina, and her decision to keep the Harrison surname only fueled the rumors. This was Corey's second divorce. His first marriage, to high school sweetheart Charlene, ended in 2015 after they tied the knot in 2009. Charlene once worked at the pawn shop, but little else is publicly known about her. Legal troubles in 2023. Sadly, Corey's challenges didn't end there. On September 8, 2023, he was arrested in Las Vegas on suspicion of DUI, according to reports. An officer noticed his white Ford pickup truck swerving near Main Street and Charleston Boulevard. After pulling him over, the officer claimed the vehicle smelled strongly of alcohol. Corey had just flown in from Minnesota, where he'd been filming Pawn Stars Do America. He was asked to take a field sobriety test, which he failed. The incident added another unfortunate chapter to his increasingly complex public life. Corey Harrison. Trials, Tragedies, and the Strength Behind Pawn Starson, September 2023. Corey Harrison found himself in legal trouble when he was arrested in Las Vegas on suspicion of driving under the influence. According to reports, police noticed his white Ford pickup swerving near Main Street and Charleston Boulevard. Upon pulling him over, officers detected the smell of alcohol and conducted a field sobriety test, which Corey reportedly failed. Due to a broken breathalyzer at the Las Vegas City Jail, Corey had to provide a blood sample. While results weren't immediately available, he was taken into custody. When the test results came back, they confirmed he had been driving under the influence. He was officially charged. Speaking to a Las Vegas newspaper afterward, Corey expressed his intent to hire legal representation, not going to say screw Metro. Drinking and driving shouldn't be legal, he said. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I'm the guy who, when I get punched in the face, I'm going to fight back. Corey claimed he had consumed just one drink 7 hours before his flight and had not had anything to drink. After landing in Las Vegas, he explained that his car naturally veers to the right and pointed out he was dealing with an infected shin at the time of the stop, which made it hard for him to balance during the roadside test. He also noted that the test took place on an uneven road and that police officers had to rush to an emergency during the stop. Adding to the stress of the moment, despite the arrest, Corey later shared that his driver's license was not suspended. Another tragic loss. Adam Harrison. Just a few months later, tragedy struck the Harrison family again. In January 2024, Corey's younger brother Adam Harrison passed away at just 39 years old. A spokesperson for Clark County, Nevada, confirmed that Adam died from an accidental overdose involving fentanyl and methamphetamine. Authorities discovered his body after a concerned individual reported not having seen him since January 17th. Landlord of the motel where Adam was staying entered his room with a spare key and found him unresponsive, immediately calling police. The news devastated Corey. He posted a childhood photo of himself and Adam on Instagram, writing, "I'll always love you, Bubba." On January 19th, he followed up with a photo of the two at a restaurant, captioning it, "You'll always be in my heart." "I love you," Adam family spokesperson Laura Herlovich confirmed. Adam's cause of death and asked for privacy. "We are very sad about Adam's death. Please give us space as we grieve for him," Rick Harrison, their father, also addressed the nation's fentanyl crisis in the wake of Adam's death, calling for more attention to the issue. Public support poured in, including a message of sympathy from Donald Trump Jr. While Adam never appeared on Pawn Stars, he had worked at the gold and silver pawn shop before becoming a plumber. Corey once shared that his brother wasn't interested in being on television, preferring a more private life. Health scare rumors and moving forward, amid the mourning period, rumors began circulating that Corey had suffered a major health scare, some even speculating it was a stroke. However, neither Corey nor any member of the Harrison family has confirmed these claims. As of now, there's no credible evidence supporting reports of a recent medical emergency. What is certain, though, is that Corey continues to be active both personally and professionally. Despite the personal storms he's weathered, he remains a central figure in Pawn Stars and its latest spin-off, Pawn Stars Do America, which entered its second season in 2024. Alongside his father Rick and longtime friend Chumley, Corey has continued engaging with fans and contributing to the pawn shop's legacy. Conclusion: the man behind the show, Corey Harrison's story is far more complex than what viewers see on television. He has faced serious health challenges, a near-fatal accident, 2 divorces, public legal troubles, and the heartbreaking deaths of close family members. Yet through it all, Corey has shown grit, resilience, and a deep commitment to the family business his grandfather started decades ago. Pawn Stars may have introduced Corey to millions around the world, but it's his strength in the face of adversity that continues to resonate with fans. As he works to carry on the Harrison family legacy, there's no doubt that Corey Biggis has embodies more than just television fame. He represents perseverance, loyalty, and the enduring spirit of a man shaped by both triumph and tragedy.